Oh, this is my attempt to give you an example of how to do PechaKucha. This is one of your first speaking assignments. For some reason, every time I try to do this, the dog thinks she needs attention. It also is helpful to have an audience when you're doing some speaking. So, Pancho, yeah, see, there we go. We have a little bit of an audience. So this is just going to be a quick example of how to do a PechaKucha, which most of you have probably not done before. Oh, my audience is leaving now. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go to Safari. Let's move this down so that I can see it a little bit better. All right, so there will be, on your Moodle site, there will be a couple of things that you can look at. I will have this video there. Your assignment will be there. The written part of the assignment will be there. And also there will be a link to an example of how to do a PechaKucha. That's right here. There's it shows you an example of maybe a better example of what I'm going to do. But all right, so there's where your assignments will be. When it comes time to record, you will want to go to Zoom. All of you as Morningside College students have been given a Zoom account. You go to My Account. I should just say these are the applications that I'm going to use to do this. There are any number of applications out there for you to use to record your presentations for this class, for all of your classes, to do your public speaking, to do commenting on other classes. So like I said, I know there's lots of applications. These are just the ones that I'm going to suggest at this point. So what I do is I just go into Zoom. I go up here, I host a meeting, and then I start the meeting with the video camera on, and there I am. I can start recording. I should also note that you should be in a place where you have decent lighting. You should center yourself. I realize this isn't maybe the best background. I have a weird halo on my head, but that's okay, and I'm a little red. You should be centered. You should not be, you should not be doing things like that. But just center your image and great. All right, so and then try to do it with no background noises. Like I said, I record in Zoom. The way the recording works is you just start a button and then you can share your screen. I don't think I can do that on here. That doesn't show me that sort of window, so I'm not going to do that. But then when you're all done and you end the meeting, or you stop the video and then you end the meeting, that's when your video downloads onto your camera and you can do some editing if you like. I should also note, I have my computer raised a little bit so that I'm not looking directly down into it. It's better to have it a little bit on eye level if possible. All right, so let's go back, share screen, and go to EndNote. I use EndNote, which is just another example of, or a similar application to PowerPoint. You might notice over here, hopefully, I have it set to automatically transition every 20 seconds. What that means is the slide is going to change every 20 seconds, and that's the way PechaKuchas work. It's a way of forcing you to sort of improvise a little bit, and I would suggest sort of modified improvise. Practice this a couple times before you try to record it. And what the assignment is to pick 5 to 7 slides or pictures that will reveal something about you. That's why it's called an autoethnography. It's going to reveal information about you. And then, again, it's a way of introducing yourself to me, to the other students, and it also gives you some practice public speaking. So, all right, so let's go ahead and check out the PechaKucha. I have 7 pictures, or 6, I guess, only 6 pictures, and then an end slide and a beginning slide. I would say to go ahead and start with a title slide just to let people know what your name is and know how it's spelled. Like I said, EndNote is a lot like PowerPoint. PowerPoint has all the same features. If you would prefer to use that, there are a couple other software applications out there that do something very similar. All right, so some of you recognize this. This is the library. This is from, again, a couple years ago in the winter when I was testing out a new camera. My office is in Lewis Hall, and so is our classroom, that you already know that. My office is there. This is, in better times, this is where I used to have my office hours. I would sit in the spoon holder. I would take a table by the window so that I could get a nice view and do my work there and meet with students there on a regular basis in the spoon, and then have a cup of coffee in the spoon holder. As far as hobbies go, I collect comic books. I'm a Marvel guy. I'm not a DC guy. This is a closet that I have at home where I keep all my comic books. There's a bunch, maybe not as much as some people. I would note that the bottom 3 rows are all Spider-Man, so I'm sort of a Spider-Man geek as well. My doctoral dissertation was on outlaw motorcycle clubs, and so in the last few years I have started collecting comic book covers that have motorcycles on them, and then I post them, I put them on my basement walls as part of my interior decorating. As a kid, I had a motorcycle, and then I kind of gave it up for 30 years or whatever. And then about 10 years ago, I decided I wanted to try motorcycles again. So I bought myself a Triumph Bonneville. If you're interested in sizes, it's an 850. It's much smaller than a Harley Davidson. As I said, this PechaKucha is from 2018. In the summer of 2018, my wife and I visited my son in LA. This is a nice shot of the city from a hill overlooking Los Angeles. And then this is, I think, on the way to or from a Dodgers game. I'm not quite sure. You can see, if I remember right, well, no, I'm not good. Like I said, I think this was, I liked the palm trees. I would just put, this is actually taken through the front window of a vehicle as we were going to and from the game. All right, so that's the end of my PechaKucha. All right, so when you're all done, as I said, you download the video, you record the video, you download it. When you end your Zoom account, or however you want to do your video, the last thing you're going to need to do, and this is a new application for me, it's a new website for me, it's called Flipgrid. I have created a CIC website on Flipgrid, and there is a place here for you to say hello if you'd like to. What Flipgrid is just, again, it's another video recording site. I didn't use it for the PechaKucha because I don't think you can share your screen in Flipgrid. If you can, if I discover you can, that's a better option. But at this point, I don't think you can. I'm like I said, I'm new to this. And then right here is your autoethnography assignment. What you can do, and what you should do with this, is start down here, hit the green button, record a response. And if yesterday it was giving me a couple of prompts. Let's see if it still does that. There we go. Close that, allow that. And then down here, this is your record button. And then this is your upload button. And so you just click this, and then you drag and drop your video that you recorded. And at that point, you're pretty much done. I think you have to hit submit a couple times to make sure that your video is all uploaded and everything. And then you will be done, and everybody can look at your PechaKucha. And hopefully we'll be able to show these in class and possibly share a couple of these in class. All right, and again, on Flipgrid, there's a little bit of a description of the assignment. We are going to have a chance to learn Flipgrid together. All right, so that is how you do a PechaKucha. And now I am going to end this and I'm going to edit it and I will post it to Moodle where you can all benefit from my instruction.